Morning, beautiful listeners of KSFM. Hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed, amazing day. Today, I want to ask you one question. Just one simple question, and something to think about. It's something to actually take and just ponder about and be honest with yourself. Today's message is not one of those to bring us down, but it's to lift us up. It's based on Judges 17, verse 6, where it says, "In those days, Israel had no king. Everyone did as they saw fit." You know what? Scarily enough, what's happening in our day and time in our beautiful country, we see what's happening, well, what happened in the time of Micah. We see that people just did their want. No one had respect or any regard for the law. No one cared about others. It was all about me, myself, and I. And that's the question I want to pose to you this morning is, are you in it for yourself or are you in it for God's glory? And you know what? God works with us to make our dreams come true. But there's a right way of doing things. There's a right way of living. And that's something that we must think about. Are we doing what's right? Are we doing what's fair? Are we chasing after Jesus Christ, glorifying his name? Are we just setting a good standard for people where we work, at home, family, and friends? Because a lot of times we forget about that. It's good to do one or two wrong things, and then, that's the standard set. Yeah, but it's not going to impact life. But you know what? Other people start seeing it. And maybe that's the standard that they will take forward because of what you set for them. So this is just something I want to think about this morning. This is just something that I'm busy thinking about, and I want you to ponder on. See, most people still reject God's way of living. They push it aside and they say, no, it doesn't really matter. Let me just take a chance here. No one will see that I'm taking the chappy. But is that right? Are we honoring God? And that's a question. Are we honoring God with what we do? And once we start taking this seriously, you know what? A lot of things will fall into place. It might seem difficult at first, but you will see that everything will change for the better once we start asking these questions. Another thing is the people in Micah's time replaced the true worship of God with a homemade version of worshiping. In our day and time, we might not have statues and idols. I think our idol has become ourselves. We put sports people and celebrities on a pedestal and we follow their ways. We want to be like them, regardless of how far they're pushing everyone away from God, because let's be honest, I'm not going to say all of them. Most of them live for themselves. It's all about me, myself, and I. I want to be the greatest. And that's the type of idol that we're busy pushing. Is me, myself, and I. Is it all about me, myself, and I? And once we have this conversation with ourselves and say, you know what, God is going to fulfill my dreams. I'm going to get to where I want to get. But let's do it. Let's do it God's way. Let's start with worship Him, putting Him first, praising Him, reminding ourselves that it's because of Him I am here. It's because I want to love Him. I want to worship Him. And then we'll start seeing things start changing, not just in the spiritual, but in the physical. And you know what? It might seem difficult. It might, at times, we might just ponder like, yeah, but you know what? I can take a shortcut here, but it'll be quick. But a shortcut won't hurt anyone. But later on, you might regret it. And these are the types of questions we got to ask ourselves. Is being honest with ourselves and coming to Lord. I don't want to idolize myself. I don't want to be like back in Micah's time where we idolize ourselves and we just focus on ourselves. Just doing what we please, doing what I think is right. No, but we set ourselves according to God's standard. And that's the standard I want to follow. Guys, have a great day. Have a blessed day.